As promised, here he is from the Buffalo Bills, getting set to play in his first career AFC championship game. Formerly of the Carolina Panthers, who he made the Super Bowl with, he is Josh Norman. How are you, Josh?
Hey, Rich, what's going on, buddy? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing actually great.
Actually great, Josh Norman here on the Rich Eisen Show. What are you're feeling great? I mean, physically, emotionally? Walk me through this. Josh, how's it going?
All things I'm feeling great about. I mean, you can't write a better script than what we're on right now. Truly blessed and very fortunate enough. I think Elohim has blessed us in so many ways, but definitely in this chance, this opportunity of a lifetime in this AFC championship game this week. So all the things that we have to work to ourselves up to this point is right in our grasp. So we just gotta go through it, go up there and do our job and try to take it, you know.
I asked you this question after you made your debut with the team in Vegas in Week 4, and you came up with a big takeaway in that game and a big victory for the Bills early on in the season. I asked you, you've been around a team that's been to the Super Bowl and how this team looks. And you said you're beginning to just see some good stuff. What feeling do you have right now that you're a couple days away from a win away from getting back to the Super Bowl, Josh?
The feeling hasn't changed. It's only intensified itself from previously. There's only 4 teams remaining, and only 2 of those in the AFC. So one has to beat out the other one and go to the show, the big dance of them all. This is what we worked for all the way back in the springtime when we was doing Zoom calls, and from that going all the way up into this week, my goodness, everything is going to be expanded from ourselves this Sunday coming up. I mean, when you look at all the things that we've, persevered through those times and this team and how we overcame so much stuff during this time. I mean, others have too, but we stayed the course. We didn't ask about nothing. We kept our head down and we just kept working. And looking now, I mean, we have a chance to do something very special in this organization. So we don't want to take that lightly, and we want to be respectful of our opportunity, go out there and do our best.
Now, in retrospect, as you're getting ready again for the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, Josh, looking back, I'm sure it was a long flight home. I'm sure it was very difficult. Did the Hail Murray help this team in any way, shape, or form, losing in that fashion at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I'm going to say, what people talk about on sports shows or casters or analysts, anything that have anything to say about the game itself, none of that matters, bro. Like, to us, the ones that actually go into this practice field every day. Like, the hardest thing does not be the games. And I want people to understand that. It's during the week when you're seeing these guys like day after day and you in here working and you going through film study and classroom meetings and getting out there on the field, like during the week, the prep coming up to the game. So the game is just the fun part of all the stuff that we put in during the week. And we start over again the next week and do it all over again in a new game plan in a new week. We don't concern ourselves about what happened previously. We correct it, but we move on. I think when people hark on things, that's just from the outside perspective because that's the only thing they have to talk about. Like, we don't. Like, we move on because we have to fight for another team. Like, we have to play for the next opponent. And so those things don't ever, occur to us. Like, we understand and we watch it from the week we come in on the next day and see and correct our mistakes. But we move on after that and bury that game.
So what's the adversity you were just referring to then, where you say that this – because you lost 3 times, one of them to the team that you're playing against, but you could also say those were unique circumstances in which you actually played Kansas City. When you're saying about a season-long adversity, what are you referring to?
Well, what we're talking about is injuries. The COVID situation playing a big part for everybody, not just us.
Right.
That, and then myself, I was speaking on some of the things that I had to, battle through and persevere through, and coming back twice from a hamstring injury, and everybody else that was dealing with injuries and stuff like that. Normal stuff from every other team, but I just felt that, coming here and doing something here, my mindset was already set during the whole season, and then, bam, you out. You come back in, bam, you out. You come back in, and it's just like, wow, getting the rhythm. But no, looking forward to, these opponents that we have and knowing that, okay, we got to play our best game, not last week, but this week. Next opponent is our best opponent. And so doing that and having that mindset and staying the course, man, shoot, we racked about 10 wins in a row. I mean, come on. We have to have a mindset of where you got to get rid of that next one and go on. And that builds that courage and that, how would I say, that ability to go on and fight for more.
Josh Norman here on the Rich Eisen Show. You said just a second ago that your next opponent is your best opponent. You could say that again. Do you guys right now expect to see Patrick Mahomes on Sunday, Josh Norman?
Honestly, if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. It ain't going to stop no show here.
But in terms of what that almost got me to not take my glasses off because I need to see this also to hear it. So you're not at all discussing, hey, if do you think Mahomes is going to play? That's not even a conversation amongst you. Look, man, right now.
Like I told you, it's our next opponent. It's our next opponent. We're gonna, go through the proper channels that we regularly go to during the week and the game plan and get ready for our next opponent. So if he's out there, he's out there. If the other guys, the receivers, the tight end, and the running backs, they out there, we're going to scout them too and what they like to do best. We don't put nobody over nobody else, that's for sure, not here. But, our mindset is to go win the game. And they keep opponents and their targets, the ones that are their bell cows, got a plan for them. And whether he's there or not, I can't, we'll see.
And, how much can we learn from the previous outing? We just saw, obviously, the Bucs take care of the Saints after losing to them twice. You played a Week 6 game that was supposed to be on Thursday night, got postponed to the following week due to all the aforementioned COVID craziness. And they ran the ball all over the place against the Bills. What can you take from that film-wise and use in the AFC Championship game, Josh Norman?
Well, I'm gonna say this: we're not the same team. We're a good football team, working to become a great football team, and having that montage behind our name. We're cooking on all cylinders. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna talk about us. Not really too much concerned about what they do and talk about them, because everybody's gonna, pump them up, and that's great, and they deserving of that because of what they are able to do in the wins. But look, man, we clicking on all cylinders. We at full strength, and this sale has never been higher than what it is right now. It's like Black Pearl taking seat. We're wide open, and I say this, and I humbly say it.
Yes,
we ready. We are ready, and we looking forward to it. And so. I don't want to take anything from them and what they do, because they're a great football team, and we just working to get there. So.
Well, I see. I saw number 24 take off to the end zone. I first split second thought it was you because the old number. But what about that Taron Johnson kid just taking it to the house 101 yards in that game there?
TJ has been improving every single week, and he has been showing out. He really has. He's been showing his tail. Being able to be a run force in a nickel, coming in and making those key tackles for us, and then going and playing in covers and dropping covers. He's really been a weapon for us, a king knife in our armor, and he's been making plays, and the guys got to now start watching out for where he's at, because he's liable to make a play here and there. And that's what you need to get out there on that football field and make these turnovers and get the ball back to our high-flying, prolific offense. Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, that Josh Allen at 14, I don't know. But who's better than them? Who's living better than them right now? They are having themselves a time. And then you have Cole Beasley, who's the best slot. And I just talked to him the other day. I think guys just really downplay his game and underrate it. Like, he's the best person coming off that line. I can tell you that right now. His quicks, man, you got to see the game tape. And then you got Smokey Brown over the top. All these guys, Gabe, the Rook coming in and making plays, he probably got more touchdowns than all of them. And Dawson Knox, even Motor. Look, man, we got a lot of people, and our unsung heroes is the offensive line. So that coupled with a great defense, and you got to have a great defense in this run that we in right now in the playoffs. And so all of that, playing with the special teams that we have and the coaching staff, look, we're ready for any challenge. So,
Josh, I've been talking to you for a long time. I've been talking to you ever since you were having, slap fights with Odell Beckham Jr. I'll be very honest with you, okay?
Man, we've been here a while.
We have been there. We've been talking for a minute. That's what I'm basically saying. And, and then I was talking to you after you left Carolina and you wound up in Washington. Obviously, and you're in the spot. You sound re-energized. You sound like you're bouncing off the walls. Like you're ready, Josh. I know you said that about 15 times in this conversation. So I'm stating the obvious, but I'm hearing it in your voice. Like you're seeming like a re-energized person, Josh.
I'm blessed and I'm highly flavored. I keep trying to tell you that Elohim has really, truly shined his light upon us. Like once we was in a dark place and now we've seen the light. It's crazy. Who has it better than us right now? There's only 4 teams, and this is a chance for us to be like a greatness. This 60 minutes of greatness right here. That's what I'm telling the guys. When we get off there, we burn them ships. Like, it's no coming back. And if you don't have a sense of excitement about this, I don't know what you're here for, This is something where you only get this chance so very few, often in between. Like, we haven't been back to this game in 5 years, man. So whatever thing I got, I'm going to expend it. You better believe I'm going to expend it. And whether that is, I have to cheer on the sideline and help my teammates or get out there and make a play, that's what we're going to do because you don't get this chance often. One chance away from the dance, come on, Rich. Like, we're doing it. I'm extending everything. So that is why you feel this way. And we're going to be amped this whole week. Shoot, I wish we could play tomorrow if they can hurry up and get something scheduled. But, hey, look, man, Sunday just as good. So we're prepared for it, and we're ready, and we'll be there when the time's called.
And then before I let you go here, a couple more things with you, Josh Norman. You're new, obviously, to the Western New York area. You're seeing Bills Mafia up close and personal. You see how the fans donated to Josh Allen in the name of his past grandmother who just passed away. And then you saw that they put some money in Lamar's coffers after he got concussed and knocked out of that game. And you are taking part in trying to raise money for local small mom and pop businesses there in Western New York. You always have, I always want to give you the floor about your charitable nature and your endeavors on that, and I want to give you the floor here about what you're doing there in Western New York, Josh.
Yeah, look, I think that it's been a buzz going around, but first and foremost, I want to tip my hats off to Bills Mafia, man. Like, dude, who has a better fan base than these guys? I know it's a lot of them out there, but man, they give money out like it's. You going to the store right now and you see some kids, here you go get candy. The next one come out, here you go get candy. I'm telling you, they closing up on $2 million that Bill Mafia has given to, organizations and outreach things. As you said, Josh Allen one just recently, they've done something to Lamar Jackson and the Buffalo Business Blitz that we was doing. We teamed up with the mayor's office, with my nonprofit organization, Stars 24, and how we was giving back was giving back grants to the people that was pretty much struggling in this, endeavor from COVID-19. They was closing down the businesses during that time, and it was like something we must do to help them out. And so we just started this fund, and hopefully people can donate to it. And it started to pick up more steam. And so now we was closing in to around $600,000 that we'll be able to give away to small businesses in need, anywhere upwards of $2,500. And so therefore we were able to help out, people that's actually in Buffalo and actually give them something to look forward to going into the 21 year. So that's all we was, helping to do. So we're trying to be, champions on the field and champions off the field. And I think when you build that, ingredients all in one. You can do it all, man. So that's something that reached out to me that I always wanted to do and help the people here in Western New York, for sure.
Stars with a Z, 24.org/Buffalo Business Blitz to be part of what Josh is talking about. And I want to give you one last moment here to pound the table for Leslie Frazier. You know he's interviewing, and what type of coach he can be in this league. You've been coordinated by him this year, up close and personal. You want to pound the table for Coach Frazier? Josh? There it is.
It's really right.
I love it,
man. Les Ray is the man. Like, he is so cool. He's like a cool grandpa. Like, he's just really, really, like, he never gets high or low. He just stay even keeled, and he gives his messages and speeches, and he gets you fired up, man. Really, really do, because you want to play for a guy like that. He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. And the fact is, you come in with the same juice and the same energy every week, and that's just something to be said. I mean, it truly is. When you look at a guy like that and his resume throughout the years, if he has something going on, I know I'll be being on the table to be the first ones to go out there and look where he's going to be landing, because that guy right there, he knows his game, he knows how to play it, and even give you a little speech on him. Like, so he said he wanted 10 touchdowns at the beginning of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defensive touchdowns at the beginning of the season. So guys just was talking about it. It was like, oh, yeah, right, Liz. Like, 10 touchdowns, that's unheard of. So, okay, guys going through. We didn't have no touchdowns after week, 12 maybe, or however. Taron Johnson, week 13, Taron Johnson made the first play, turned it back, pick six. Turned around again, another pick six came. And then guess that was from Jerry Hughes. And then turn around, I had a pick six at the Miami game. And then turn around, Taron Johnson just made another pick six. So listen here, we almost halfway there to our goal. So now people starting to believe.
Mm-hmm. I love
what
it.
he said. So this is great, man. It's truly great to have a DC like that to be able to motivate the guys.
And plus, he told you you're traveling with Tyreek Hill this week, right? Is that what he told you? You're traveling with the cheetah, Josh?
Yeah. He told us, yeah. That's what he said. That's what he told us. He sure did tell us that.
All right, wherever 10 goes, I see 29. Is that what it is? Wherever 10 goes, I see 29. Is that what it is this weekend? I don't want to give you the game plan, but
well, yeah, man, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you've run with the Bulls, you can handle the cheetah, right? You know what I mean?
The cheetah. I like how you did that. I like how
this is what I do for a living.
Cheetah and put it all together, right?
Yes. You have hurdled a bull in Pamplona. You can handle a cheetah in Kansas City, Josh Norman. Fact.
Hey, man, it's the kingdom of animals, correct? It's the kingdom. That's where we go, the kingdom. You see how you put that in?
I love it. Josh, you're the man. Thanks for the time. I really appreciate it. Always love chopping it up with you, Josh. Really appreciate it. Really.
Yeah, it has been. It has been a great time. We got to get back to see you soon. There, all this thing blow over. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And you come here, you'll see your photograph on the wall, Josh, because that's the way we roll here. You said you wanted it on there, and we have done that.
Yeah, I was in front of you guys. So I was just like, hey, look, man, I appreciate the honor.
You got it. You take care, Josh. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and then for your sake, beyond. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. You guys be blessed and have a good one, all right?
You bet. The one and only Josh Norman of the Buffalo Bills here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.